All right. Welcome everybody to What's in the Box, episodes of horror with Donna and Eric. I'm Donna,
And I'm Eric.
and today we're going to do a quick hit for you. What are we going to talk about, Eric?
Well, we just want to break down what we're doing episode wise so that everybody kind of gets an idea of the kinds of things that we're doing and a schedule that we're going to try and keep. So we wanted to make sure that it was a little more transparent and not quite so, I don't know, half-assed. So we want
Yeah,
to show the full ass and let you know what we're doing here. So
right, right. Um, so as you're probably already familiar, we have done Hellbound Heart and Hellraiser. So we did the book, then a movie. And then we did Behind the Scenes, which is the interview that we did with Crimson Pinnacle Press. So that's basically the two different formats we have, discussing books and movies, um, and then having a behind the scenes. And the behind the scenes can pretty much be anything. It could be an editor, it could be publishers, it could be cover artists, it could be a reviewer, anything like that, anything behind the scenes. Because if you don't have reviewers, your books don't get talked about and people don't pick them up. If you don't have a good cover, your
yeah,
books don't get purchased. Editors, of course, you need a great editor in order to have your, stuff done well.
and book layout and just the people that help you with social media thing, everything. We're hoping to talk to some podcasters
Hmm.
and all that kind of good stuff. So um, yeah,
Yeah,
I think
well,
that's going to be really interesting is when we get the deep dive, because I thought the interview we had with Crimson Pinnacle Press was very interesting and
yeah,
gave us a lot of information with the anthologies and the co-writing thing. Because I know there's a lot of writers out there that look to do projects with other writers. It's
yep,
kind of interesting to see other people's process.
yeah, and how they do that. So, and just, we're not going to just talk to one publisher, or one editor, because everybody's different. Every publisher is different, every editor is different, every artist for covers is different. So, we're not going to have everybody in the world, but we will have a different couple of different voices for the same thing. A
Yeah, we like
couple
to
of
see how different people approach it because
yeah,
I'm sure everybody has their own, quirks and pet peeves. And this way, you get a much better idea of how to approach them as a writer.
yeah,
If you're looking at maybe you want to be an editor, you can
mhm,
get an idea of things that you should look for or the way you should promote yourself or any of that kind of stuff. So I think there's going to be tons of great information and those are always going to be off weeks. When we do quick hits, we'll do interviews, we'll have those kind of discussions on the off weeks. And then our normal
mhm,
schedule will be every other week, a book, a movie, that kind of rhythm to it.
yeah,
So hopefully every week they'll have something they can watch from us.
yep,
But if they're interested in the books and the movies, those will always be every other week. And we have so many great books and movies already scheduled up and then to go in. There's so
mhm,
many things I want to read that we can discuss. So
yeah, yeah, for sure. And our quick hits, those are going to be, informational like this one. We did a quick hit. Eric did a quick hit on a submission that was open, an open call submission for Crimson Pinnacle Press, um, for their upcoming anthology. I did one for a book of the week. So it could be a bunch of different things, just to let you guys know we're still here and we're still trying to put things out, just a little tidbits, teasers of information, to
and
keep
also
you.
timely, right?
Yep.
Because that's our biggest problem is if we record these books and movies, sometimes they're going to be coming out after the event, and we want to make sure that these events are celebrated and that people know about them and stuff like that. I'd hate
Yep.
for us not to be able to share some of these great stories or whatever because we're waiting on a schedule. So that's a
Right.
lot of times the quick hits will do that.
Yeah. Our interviews will be a little bit shorter than the book and movie discussions, just because Eric and I really like to talk, and we have a lot of similar thoughts about books, so we kind of end up going longer than sometimes we want. Um, but our interviews, we're going to try to keep them a little bit short because we won't, we're taking these people's times, for
Yeah,
doing
definitely.
what it is that they are, doing. So those episodes will be a little bit shorter than the book and movie episodes. We do have episodes coming up about the subgenres of horror. We broke that up into 2 different episodes because it went on quite a long time. I think it was close to 2 hours. So we broke it up into 2 1-hour episodes.
Yeah, well, we came up with 10 subgenres, and so now we're gonna get five subgenres per episode. So yeah,
Yep.
it was a very good discussion. We just kind of go back and forth and talk about different things and get an idea of what we're going to get into as we read these books going forward.
Right. And I think it's important for people to know the different subgenres as well. And to know that one book can hit many different subgenres,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah,
just
most
like we had
definitely.
mentioned, like I think you mentioned like Dracula was not only gothic, but it could also be paranormal. So, just because something is in a subgenre doesn't mean it can't contain things from others. Um,
And that's the
so,
great thing about horror is that it's so broad.
yep.
We can get really specific and you can stay within a subgenre, or you can take your story and let it travel over all the subgenres and really
Mhm.
pull in great aspects of all the different things that make horror, such a great genre in itself.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm really excited to go over those 2 episodes, and then we get back into the books and the movies, and then all the interviews that we have scheduled and planned to do for everybody. So I think there's going to be some great things coming up over the next couple weeks, months, I guess. So that's how
Yeah.
far we've actually planned it out. So
Yeah. So we will be posting up a schedule with what we've got out there so far up on our Facebook page, What's in the Box Horror. Um, but just to give you a little sneak peek, August 24th and September 7th will be the subgenre episodes. And then September 21st is when we discuss the Exorcist book. So that's just the next 3 full episodes that are coming out.
So that gives you plenty of time if you're interested to read The Exorcist, and then you can watch the episode with The Exorcist fresh in your head, and you can see if you agree with what we say, or maybe you think that we're total idiots about whatever, and then put it in the thing or jump over on the Facebook page, and let us know what your thoughts are, and it'd be cool. We'll include it in maybe a quick hit. Who knows? We'll
Yep.
start spiraling off from these episodes into quick hits where we maybe discuss comments and things of that nature. So
Yeah, maybe we can make these interactive, post up the schedule, say if you want to read it, here's when it's coming out, and you can join us. And then either, like Eric said, put it in the comments on the YouTube channel. You can go to our Facebook page, or you can email us at what's in the box horror at gmail.com. And, we could do, once we get if we get a couple, we can do a quick hit and say, so this person said we were right, or this person said we were wrong. So,
sure, or we get enough interest and people want to do it. Maybe we do a live
yep.
episode where we can do a live chat while we discuss some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all things that we have that we're looking at doing and planning for the future. So there's a lot of great things that are going to happen. We're going to open the box and dig deep and pull out a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, and hopefully you all will stick with us because we have a long list of fantastic books and movies to dive into, open up the box and see what's going on in there. I'm very excited about Dog Soldiers, even though that was not a book. There is a making of book for Dog Soldiers.
Yeah.
Um, and I can't wait to get into that book. It's a beast. It's like 400 pages. But I'm really interested in seeing what's inside that.
Yeah, me too. I think we've got a really cool block of classic 70s we're going to go through. And then we're going to hit the Dog Soldiers. And I think that's going to be a really good way to end that. And then also to jump springboard into what we want to do after that. So
Yeah.
go follow the page on Facebook, keep up with what we're talking about, subscribe, like, whatever you need to do on YouTube to get the little bell or whatever to let you know when our new shows are up.
Yeah.
And just like I said, keep following us. We're going to get into some really cool stuff.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody. You have a great time. We'll see you in the next episode.
Take it easy.